Three, Kupatan tradition or Badu Kupat. This tradition is the tradition of making kupat. This is usually done a week after Eid Fitri. Usually, the community gathers in a place such as Musalla and Mosque to hold a celebration with dishes dominated by kupat or ketupat. Kupat is a food made from rice and wrapped in a wicker of yellow janur. Until now, tupat has been the mascot of Eid Fitri. Ketupat is indeed too typical Eid food. Fourth, Skaten tradition. In Jakarta and Yogyakarta, the Skaten tradition is a tradition that is carried out every year in the Surakarta village, Central Java, and the Yogyakarta village. This tradition is carried out of served as a form of remembering the service of the Wali Songo who have succeeded in spring Islam in Java. The congregation commonly called Maulid Nabi is called Sekatan by the Wali Songo, which comes from the word Shahadatain, two sentences of Shahadat. This tradition is a means of spreading Islam, which was originally carried out by Sunan Bonang. When understanding the elements of culture, we can find out about the existence of cultural elements that are easy to change, and there are also elements of the culture that are difficult to change. The elements of culture that they are easy to change include our language, technology, while the elements of culture that are difficult to change include religion, belief system, social system, and knowledge system. Culture is also divided into two, namely small culture, little culture, and large culture or great culture. Small culture is a culture that is in society that is small in scope, embraced by only a few people or a so-called local culture, while a great culture is a culture that is embraced by many people with a wide scale of adherence. When small culture and large culture are interconnected through the process of assimilation, it's likely that small cultures will be excluded of defeat by large cultures. The existence of small culture is as a form of humanity success in maintaining its life because after all small culture exists from generation to generation. The presence of a large culture of course will bring a change that will occur in a community that has a small culture so that the existence of large culture will continue to exist and maybe the existence of a small culture. One, that of calligraphy. Calligraphy art is handwritten work in writing the Quran and Hadith with creation and aesthetics. In writing calligraphy is not carelessly, but there is technique and purpose in it. In Indonesia, the art of calligraphy has developed since the 12th century or Islamic kingdoms emerged and established in several regions of Indonesia such as Aceh, Demak, Ternate, Tidore, Maluku, Cirebon, Banten, Madura, West Nusa Tenggara. 80s. Ornament arabesque. Arabesque is a decoration that is interlocking hoops wrapped around overlapping like the rhythm of Arabic letters. This decorative variety was original series of Arabic letters but was framed in the form of animals such as birds, horse, lions. It could also be in the form of human spirits. The approach of local cultural arts museum in the archipelago in terms of preserving and ancient times Muslim took several approaches in copying the teachings of Islam and also changing the cultural tradition in the society that were contrary the teachings of Islam. Among the approaches are assimilation. Assimilation is a social process that arises when groups of people with different cultural backgrounds interact directly with each other intensively for a long time so that cultures of these groups each change their distinctive characteristics and also their respective elements change their from the elements of mixed culture. Usually the society involved in the assimilation process consists of majority and minority groups. In this case, it's the minority group that changes its culture to adapt to the majority culture so that it gradually enters the majority culture. An example of the assimilation approach is the after Islam came to Java and brought monotheism, it gradually eroded local beliefs. We still believe in the existence of gods as village myths, expressed in the form of local religious ceremonies such as Beris Desa, Nyadran, Cingkepan. Even if the ceremony is still carried out, the content is Islamic. Islamic. Even if the crime is still carried, the content is almost all Islamic. These local beliefs have now been replaced with faith in the one true God. To acculturation is the taking or acceptance of one or more cultural elements from the meeting of two more cultures that in contact or meet each other elements of foreign culture or gradually and process in their own culture without casing the loss of the person in the culture itself. When also one question first is this acculturation concept is sometimes positioned as foreign culture and the local community as the regime of the foreign country. For example, Japanese people who have a strong tradition of summertime and Islam came, the tradition was surrounding by taking some elements, especially in the prayers that were read. The Islamic culture is still there, but the content text Islamic teachings then like wayang, which is also a culture of culturation of Islamic indigenous Indonesia culture. In then the addition that to their administration is the zakat and ceremony in Surakarta, Tambori and other customs. The evidence of Islamic culture, arts, and local wisdom shows that Indonesian Islamic culture treasures are rich and abundant. Therefore, all parties need to strive to preserve its uniqueness, the various efforts in order to maintain and increase the streak of ukhuwah Islamiyah, brotherhood of the Muslim archipelago, and we menjaganya. Gitu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.